No choice, right? We have to do this.
It's true.
Yes. I gave a small nod in reply. One last leap of breath, I walked towards the elevator on shaky legs. And with each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend or whatever. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions. I couldn't stop scowling. Let's do this. A steel box sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, it continued to descend without hesitation. It's an elevator, dude. Until finally, it came to a stop. Sudden stop, whatever. We're back here again, man. What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so flashy? Isn't it so exciting? Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with.
Very
Good. You're ripping? You're ripping to go. Gotta say it. I don't hate it. Not at all.
well.
Okay then, let's get this show on the road.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Everyone please find your assigned seats. So, the curtain opens once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly decision, a deadly betrayal, a deadly rebuttal, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Lord have mercy. This reminds me of like Taken music just a little bit. Alright, let's look at our two bullets. So we have a good amount. So let's account the disappearing stain, Chihiro's body, which is the stitching cord to the lamp. I noticed, I already put that together immediately. Chihiro's handbook was missing. Posters has been switched. The rugs are switched. Hina's account. The Genocide Jack file, which is missing now. The Broken E handbook, which was Leon's, I believe. The other two handbooks that we found. The card reader, which was already unlocked. Mondo's account. Dumbbell. Sayaka's account. The Monokuma file. Let's do this.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
All right.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one,
Yeah, we all die.
then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
Which is the dumbbell, we already know that. First, we have to make clear what used to deliver the fatal blow. The dumbbell, of course, we already know that. Okay, the dumbbell, okay.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
The dumbbell. No? Okay. Let's redo this.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma
someone's
file,
gonna say something
the killer
stupid so I
used
can
a
do it.
blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Interesting.
How do I miss
That
that?
certainly would make for a powerful weapon.
So an iron pipe. Got it. I didn't mean to click that.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma...
I don't remember how to slow it down.
What kind of blunt...
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Interesting.
Okay.
That certainly would make for a...
Poor Chihiro.
Chihiro's, it appears it was...
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt instrument...
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Interesting. That certainly would make for a powerful weapon.
This
Poor
is changing.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file,
Oh, it's spades,
the killer
okay.
used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt...
I bet it was an iron pipe.
No, that's wrong!
It was the dumbbell with all the blood on it if you didn't look at it.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell, found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell.
Oh, so it was indented? Oh, wow. Oh, that's gross to think about.
As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
So she was, oh my God.
You looked at her head wound?
Ain't no choice. You gotta find it.
Yay! That's so creepy!
Not really creepy, bro. You gotta find it at some point. Silence.
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
I'm gonna auto this.
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
It's not them. Did he really kill Chihiro? A new element has been added to the non-stop debate. Yes. For this debate, lines of white noise will appear. Okay, your truth bullets will disappear after you hit these white lines. So think of them as obstacles. But there's a way to keep the white noise from getting in your way. Press the right mouse button to attach the silencer. Silencer? Jesus. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of a white noise, the time limit will decrease. So take careful aim when you have. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, the white noise won't appear at all. I just got my stuff on normal. In case, so you can forget about the silencer, just focus on the, okay. All right, this should be pretty simple.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
I knew it was gonna be
No,
something.
that's wrong. I might know one reason he could be involved.
Yep.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
Who do y'all think did it, bro?
The
I'm
why
so
of
like,
it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's
Yeah.
forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
which is bloodlust.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
Come on, man.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Right.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
Oh, wait, no. Crap.
Shoot!
So, wasn't it the split personalities, or am I tripping?
I got it!
I guess, like,
Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro is most definitely suspended in the same way. So,
Yeah.
how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
but that doesn't make any sense.
No fucking way.
There's something that's not making no sense. If Genocide Jack even was the culprit, I don't think they would go out of the way to do all that. Switch carpets, switch the posters.
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
And he's really like
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
bro, I've already knew that, but like you gotta chill with that. That's not what we're trying to figure out. In a sense, yes, but he's doing too much trying to kill Toko off.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
Fukawa.
What?
Bro. But she's not the one who killed him though.
Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has like bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Okay.
Another riddle. Man, why is this gotta be so
Oh, because of
complicated?
the split personalities. That's why. I forgot all about it for a second. Yeah, it's because of the split personalities. What does it mean? Yeah, we all know what it means. The answer. Yeah, I know what that means. It's the split personality thing. Wait, what? I need. Oh, this is. I don't know this word. Oh. No, I don't. I'm just pressing things. No, not an I. It's SB. S. B. Ah, crap. It's the split personality, right? I'm on.
I refuse to give up yet.
Split. What word am I looking for? Split. I'm trying to think of it. So S is one of them. N's not one of them. Bro. Oh. I'm trying to, bro. I don't know how to. Bro, I'm really trying to think of it.
I refuse to give up yet.
Yes. Bro, I don't even. Psychos? To the O?
Now I understand.
Psycho. I don't know how to say that at all.
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Psychosis?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
I can't say that word. Dissociative?
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
There's one thing to show that. She faints? The change in behavior?
I got it! You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
Yeah, that would make sense, but.
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
Yeah, she was a little off, but wouldn't it be instantaneous if she did have split personalities? Or am I tripping? Yeah, we all remember this. We just went through it.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can handle blood, and one that obviously can.
Okay, so what you're saying is, right? Wouldn't she have been passed out after she switched back?
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
Which would make sense, yes. I won't let you won't let I won't let Genocide Jack have control. We see, you know? I'll drive it out, the killer that drives me murderous feet. Yeah.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
Which makes sense.
What?
Toko was afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her, of killing even more people.
How?
Okay. So she doesn't know if... Okay, so Toko doesn't even know if she's been killing or not. Makes sense.
Yeah. How can you know all this?
That makes more sense.
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation.
Okay.
She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
Why are you outing her like this is my first thing? Because, whoa, I understand you having a session with the case, but since you found that out, you want to blurt it out? Makes no sense to me.
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
Oh my God, you said you wouldn't say anything and you out here blurting it out like it's free confetti, man.
What?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
Lied straight to your face, and he's a man of games.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to.
But you were obsessed with it? Hence why you're blurting it out, which may get us all killed. Even she is not strong enough.
This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale.
Oh my God, bro. You done irritate me a little bit, man. Just a little bit. Oh, poor thing. And it's true. I thought of, but how? No.
Besides, you broke your promise first.
What? Promise?
You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone.
Oh, crap.
But in spite of that promise,
oh, crap. That means Toko might actually have killed her. But which leaves the question is, how is she picking up that dumbbell? How is she picking up that dumbbell?
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
how many times do I have to tell you? I never said that.
Bro, I feel like you're putting on up front right now. Like, what's going on? What's going on with this dude?
But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it,
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
Bro, okay, you need to chill out. Cause like, there ain't no way we ain't gonna get into all this without... Cause I just gathered all this evidence for no reason. Don't ruin this, Byakuya.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person you don't mean.
He wants her to switch? Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. He wants her to switch? Oh my God. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom. But in the next second,
Hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see?
What's wrong with your tongue? What's wrong with your eyes? Genocide Jill?
What the heck?
I'm with you, Hifumi.
So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck is this?
I don't know. Bro.
What happened to you?
Bro.
Not Toko. That's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
What, bro?
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
What am I looking at, bro? The murderous fiend, Genocide Jack. This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people.
Your tongue is freaky. And look at your side page profile. It is disturbing.
It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone.
But how does this become about, though?
Just kidding again!
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death.
But that doesn't make sense.
There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
I'm saying this right now. If they're scissors, dumbbell, those don't make no sense. If she's killing people with scissors and she uses a... You know what? You might be right, Byakuya.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed.
Oh, wait, there was another thing about the Monokuma Theater. Wasn't it? Bro, wasn't it? He was trying to tell us how people, the murder was from feeling and in that moment. This is the part where we're saying, okay, let me just stop talking.
Let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Okay, which makes sense.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting.
But, okay. Let me take these off because the music is messing me up. Real quick, I want to say, remember how in the Monokuma Theater, he was telling us how there's two sides of the coin or whatever the case. There's someone who can kill without knowing that they're killing someone. And there's someone who can plan it out and go through with it. This is that. This is literally that. So Genocide Jill is technically that, oh, I'm planning to kill you. But whoever is the actual killer was the oh crap, what did I just do? Did I just commit murder? That's what I was trying to say prior. Oh my god. I was trying to get that through, but this is that.
Because I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit! But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion. Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth!
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah! I could never believe a word you say, you monster!
Bro, okay. Maybe she's totally right about that, but there's something that's bothering me. What she said, I need to get some more details. About all of this. Thank you, bro. I've been waiting for this. Okay. That wasn't what I was going with.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone!
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things. Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need?
Let's listen to it first.
Give it up. You killed her.
Sorry, but I didn't kill her!
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things. Oh, an alibi, huh?
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, that's completely wrong. Okay.
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same?
Completely
I'm
different.
not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Scissors, dumbbell.
Huh? How's it any different?
Scissors and dumbbells.
Oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things.
So this scratches everything. This scratches everything, like I said.
Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Bro, this makes...
I got it!
It's the fatal energy. Yeah,
For one, the cause of death is different.
Way different.
In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way.
Exact same way.
According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors.
Yep.
But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Right.
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce!
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
Way arranged. How she was suspended. It was how she was suspended. Nope. Okay, I guess it's how she was, sorry. I guess it, so I thought it was like, Yeah, what they used to suspend her. Sorry, that's my bad.
Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her?
Oh man, still
They
wait.
used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
Yikes.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement.
So they're custom made, as I've seen.
Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else?
What?
Big Mac said there's 2 differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
What was that?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case.
They were all guys.
There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
A pattern?
So that's another thing. They're just male. They're all guys.
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Let's see. There's a pattern surrounding Genocide Jack's victims and Chihiro's didn't fit. If you look at the names of the victims, what do you notice? I think I figured it out. They're all guys.
I got it!
Because she was a girl.
Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
So that clears one of my suspicions. Chihiro is not a girl. Chihiro is a girl. Sorry, I said that wrong.
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
"14-year-old, 17-year-old, all young cats.
They were all guys?
All guys.
That's right! The people I killed with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men!
So you kill...
I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
A lot, dude.
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So, since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
What is this school? And why am I here?
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely, when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
That does make some amount of sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
It makes a point. The dumbbell.
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Yeah, you lost me.
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
There's no way she has them.
Da-da-da-da!
So if she wanted to, she could kill. Literally.
She's fully equipped.
Fully equipped, ready for action.
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime! Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side?
Don't know.
Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong! You can't, you gutter dogs, all of you! Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. The rope's totally out of the question anyway!
Okay.
I have no idea what's going on anymore! Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
Yes.
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Hey, yo, Byakuya, no, you want to do some explaining? Come here, Byakuya.
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records.
You're about to die.
Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
You go silent now? After talking all that?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then, the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was
to save his own ass.
because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all.
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me.
All right, okay.
Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
He instantly started with the girls' locker room, which was suspicious in my...
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
How did you already know to look into it? There's a clear condition of Byakuya saying. You just need to make it clear to everyone. Oh, all right. New element. Let's do this. Truth flashbacks. If you aim at the weak spot and hold down on the left mouse pad, it'll memorize the weak spot. This memorized phase can only be shot one single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can, okay, I got it. Oh, but if you don't seem to have an answer to a lie or contradiction, okay, that makes sense. Let's do this. I'm trying to really get through this Monokuma file.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
you absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was...
There we go.
No, it's wrong!
There we go. I was trying to figure it out. I thought I was supposed to hold...
I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was.
Yeah?
So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
Oh, how could you know who the... Yeah, how did you know who was killed?
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit.
Look at Celeste on the left. Or right, sorry.
Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What? How?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
What's with Byakuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. I got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with him.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents.
I think I accidentally stopped recording.
The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The difference between this case and the other Genocide Jack murders, the evidence that proves Byakuya...
Hey, Byakuya, I've never seen that
Move!
before in my life.
Jesus Christ!
No, what's wrong?
It's been blocking the whole time!
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
It's the one to the lamp that he was using.
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
You know too much already, which is kind of weird.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
Silenced again, huh?
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally Bro. As if he's not in... Bro, it doesn't make any sense. Wait. Not even involved.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
Is he?
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Something doesn't seem right.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
It's just the dumbbell is not making no sense to me. Byakuya, let's be honest, he's not doing it.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
It's that dumbbell, man.
That's right. And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait. Just wait. What was that just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room. But does that mean... Can I really just accept that Byakuya said the truth? No, I don't think so. There's definitely something...
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right?
But you can't go in the girls' locker room. Jesus.
But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
Remember those switch rooms I mentioned like earlier? Let me move my camera. It's been a little off-centered this whole time. But the switch rooms is a good thing. You switch rooms, but how would you do it?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Because even someone like you said it.
I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later.
Yeah, because she is light. She is light.
Along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Because of the stain, the pictures. Hey, Byakuya. Did you just... Did I just take you off guard? And this story suddenly moved a crime scene. Byakuya wouldn't have been so conflicted up till now. Maybe Byakuya never even realized that there was an actual scene at the crime that could have been somewhere else.
Hey, don't just move on without permission. What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
We have a lot of it. The evidence that shows the murder took someplace else is that carpet. Is that carpet. Is that carpet. That carpet. No? Bro, what? It's the... think. Think. Oh, dude. Oh, I can't think of it. The Broken E handbook. No?
Shoot!
Oh my god, dude, think. The posters? The posters.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Okay.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
Along with the carpet, too.
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
Yeah, we were confused too.
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. Yep, now, okay. I have this all backwards now. Yeah, it was moved.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away.
Okay.
In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too?
Indeed.
But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think?
But we're trying to figure out, bro, they did all of this for what?
In other words,
which one of y'all
in
did
order
it?
to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
But how? I forgot about the card, so they could have used Junko's card to get in there.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place?
That's obvious that Chihiro's might be just a guy.
To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device.
I'm so confused.
But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
The cards. That's what it was. She could have used what's his name? What's his name? Leon. She could have used Leon's handbook.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
Yeah.
No, what's wrong?
His is broken though.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
Yeah.
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Chill, wait. I was just listening. Chill.
Hold on a second.
Oh my god, thank God. Ha! Oh my god.
I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say?
true.
There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right?
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
To be a dude.
What?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Oh.
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting?
All right.
Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
For real?
Are we really doing this? Well, what are we doing?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
So before I even knew it, So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We held off with Kyoko in the lead, and where she took us was now. I'm gonna say this right now.
Girls' locker room?
If Chihiro is actually a dude, I want everybody to at least sub and like. Let's do this.
You've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
She's a dude! Oh, I knew it. You want to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands?
All right, chill it out. I've been here for a little minute.
No way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well. I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about? That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer. I'm afraid what might actually be happening here. Sakura then began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Oh, Lord.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is...
What happened?
What is it? Not possible. It's not possible.
It's possible. That's not a girl. Sakurai eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless body with her massive theme to him plate. I can't.
This girl is
what?
Is a boy.
Oh Lord! Oh my God! I called this for like a long time.
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then, it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, so why did he dress like that? I'm so confused on all this. So I probably knew Chihiro was more than likely a guy, but once I seen her in the girls' locker room, you can't really do nothing about that. It's like...
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
Then he was a cross-dresser? Oh, now I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
That's so good to know.
Ahem. I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial.
Oh man, I'm ready to get this over with.
We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
To think that Chihiro was actually a guy. And thought, it never crossed my mind.
Because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Which makes sense.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Indeed.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
Very much so. I'm gonna end it off here, and we're gonna continue on later on with this.